Welcome back to the channel. Josh Helm here, and we're back. We're going to show you guys another project that we're introducing on the channel officially. We might have showed you guys a little bit of our concrete pour on this build. This is in Barry, Texas. So it's a 2-story Barndominium. Kind of has that Sadler feel to it that we built, if you guys remember, a few years back. It's where you're trying to really accomplish a lot with a little bit smaller footprint, and that's what this particular design will allow us to do. We want to walk through this one, show you guys some of the framing and how the design looks as far as the spacing goes before we fully get into adding our windows and doing all the rest of the things that are soon to come with the trades. We'll have HVAC, electrical, all these kind of guys coming in here soon. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's get it going. Okay, come on inside. I'm going to show you guys how this looks for the framing portion. Again, we're working with a little bit smaller footprint because we went up. This is about 2,000 square foot on the downstairs. You can see this is going to be the living room area. It's all going to be compartmentalized. We've actually got quite a few interesting little spaces here. I got a really nice size coat closet here because of the way that this porch was designed. We're going to have some open shelving area that's going to be up here. But as we come in here, I want you to see some of the spacing for the bedrooms. Pretty common bedroom space. You know, this is a hybrid steel frame. You're seeing the inner webbing of our steel. We've got steel that pretty much interlocks with all this wood framing going around. Our typical stud bay, 2x6 studded walls. We've got the zip system here, very routine for what you guys are used to seeing us do. Here, this will be a common area bathroom, which will also serve both of these bedrooms, and a really good size bedroom here. Moving through this design, as you can imagine, between here and over here, you might position your living room furniture. We are going to have another half bath right here, so your guests can actually use this room for the restroom. And then all your kitchen is going to go back over here with a refrigerator and then cabinetry. This is going to be a little bit less wall cabinets because you're going to have a lot of natural light going off the back. You can see we've got open web trussing. We do this when we know that we're going to need the ultimate amount of flexibility for our mechanicals. And on a space like this, although on each side I've got really a lot of extra space, but accessibility is going to be the question, like whether I have accessibility. So we'll have this passageway that will allow us to go from either side into attic areas. And there's plenty of headroom too, like if we can just have some attic space in between there. You can see this is steel that's here. This supports that middle frame. Now we have probably 15 to 20 foot spacing on the steel when it comes to your main I-beams. Always when we get a design like this, we're trying to determine how can we put our steel where it's not going to be in the way of our doors or anything that's really crucial as far as an opening space. With steel design, it's really easy to miss those things because I can go anywhere from 15 to 25 foot, sometimes even more if I wanted to upsize my steel. You can see this is our eave wall over here. We're still going to have plenty of interstitial space up above there, and this is probably 9-foot ceilings. We're going to have some really comfortable amount of storage space. This is the master suite. We got a bathroom here. There's going to be a tub. There'll be a vanity there. You're going to have another private toilet area, a full walk-in shower. This will be the closet. Again, I've got more steel in the wall. You can see how that works for that steel. And this will flow over into a laundry area. We got a little bit larger window. I'm imagining that our laundry is going to go on that side. We'll see what their layout's going to be when it comes right down to it. There may be a sink that goes in here, and then we're back out here into the main area. So right off the kitchen, we have a mud room here as you're passing, coming in and out. And then here we have a pantry that will serve right here off the kitchen. So this is really going to have some natural light in here too, which I think is important. You can see we're continuing our 2x6 studded frame all the way around, and some more important steel that goes here in the wall. This is actually going to serve our balcony as well. So we've got this embedded in here. The guys are actually out here working on our balcony areas. This is something that we did similar to our Trinity Valley build. You guys might remember, we've actually been showing some of that a little bit on our social media. The Trinity Valley balcony is pretty awesome. Now we've had to make a couple changes with some of the design so that we can have that effect, primarily some of the roof lines there at the back, and I'll kind of talk about that here in a second. But let's go upstairs. I want to show you guys how that looks up there. As we come upstairs, this is kind of what it's all about. Having a loft in a build like this really gives you a lot of feelings about all the natural light that we have that's coming in on this acreage out here. So you're gonna have full view of that. And if you do it right and you have your windows at the right spacing, you can actually see out of them. That's amazing when you can coordinate that, because sometimes the height doesn't really allow you the visual. This is gonna be just a really nice little area. It has a little sitting area that you could set up down here in the front of it. They're actually gonna have a private little bedroom up here. It'll work great for that. So we have some additional attic storage right here, which it won't be much, but we are going to need to be able to access this. So this will give us a little bit of interstitial space up above here for ducting. We haven't really got into the full details of what we're gonna do with air conditioning, but we'll get over here and really lay all that out. You can see with this that there's gonna be some barn doors. We've got some extra bracing that we're doing here. We've got our Advantech subfloor. Always a good product to use. This design has a little closet here with natural light. Incorporating that natural light is always nice when you can do that. And this flows here over to the additional bathroom that we're gonna have. You'll have a full little apartment area. So you have a couple different options when you're dealing with interstitial space. You could try to have some access below, which is probably what I would recommend. Or you could create like a little crawl space here. I really wanted to just show you the space that you have here, about 4 foot here on this side. This is a true crawl space. You're gonna be crawling around in here. It's not something that I would prefer to do. There is some interstitial space that you could get around up in here. When you're working in a tight spot like this, I think it's important to try to go ahead and get your spray foam, all your insulation done. That way you're not trying to get up and work around those areas after the fact. Our steel frame welders are actually on site, our fabricators. They're actually building the framework for what's going to be our balcony. Now we did this, like I said, at the Trinity Valley Barndominium. One way that we're doing this is we're actually adding a little bit of slope because of our guttering system that we're going to build here. It's going to be able to drain off underneath the deck. We'll have 2 methods of drainage. We'll have our soffits that go at the very bottom. We're gonna have a steel PVR panel deck that we use that goes from this side to here. That will be the top layer. And then on top of that, we'll run our Trex boards across this way. Any water that were to come in is going to drain off, and then we'll have a guttering system here on the outer edge. We're gonna make this pretty strong. We're gonna have 2 foot spacing for our steel. We'll add some extra purlins to add that durability for the strength of this balcony. This will be a really nice 2-story barndominium, kind of more of an efficiency style. We're actually going to be adding some carport covered area on this side of it. Another thing that we did is originally that roof line from these sides we're going to continue out, but we're actually going to step that down so that it's not in the way of the balcony. We changed this up just a little bit for the overall design. I think it's going to work a lot better so we can have a railing there. It's going to really give them a good feel where if they're sitting up there, they'll be able to look out. It's all the details that really matter a lot. This is going to be one fun build. You guys are going to want to follow along. This is our Barry Barndominium. It's got 800 square foot of porches. There'll be a lot to show you guys on the final. For those of you that followed the Sadler Barndominium, this one's a little bit bigger. Looking forward to showing you more progress on this build. You guys, we got 4 other projects that we've got framed up like this right now. A lot more to come. Hope you guys are going to follow along, subscribe to the channel, comment below, let us know what you think. I'm Josh Helm, wishing you all the best. Thanks for watching. Texas Best.